Hey guys, what's going on? Back with another zombies video, and I think Treyarch put an Easter egg in the game for season two, kind of giving us a hint what season two the operation is going to be all about. As you probably know if you've been playing the game, the first season started about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, and it was called Operation Rebirth, and it was based around Rebirth Island, which was basically a reskinned Alcatraz Island, which is pretty cool. I played a couple games yesterday. I like how it's more clean and wide open than kind of Alcatraz was, where there was like destroyed and broken stuff all over the floor. It's kind of more clean cut looking map, which is awesome. But it looks like every season is gonna have like an operation, kind of like Black Ops 4, that it's based around the whole entire theme. So it made me start thinking, like I solved an Easter egg, and then it made me start thinking about what season two can be about and maybe why there wasn't so much stuff included in season one for zombies. It made me start thinking maybe season two will be based around entirely around zombies. It could be another Apocalypse Z operation. So in the game, there's a new skin and bundle called Street Smart, and it's Garcia's skin, and it's called Tourist. You get the skin, you get the Knuckle Buster, which is the AK-47U or 74U, I believe. Submachine gun, and you get a calling card. But that character is based off like I should have included it, but I'll maybe link the original video. Um, Die Machine was based around um Iron Man 2, and Garcia's character looks like he's going to be maybe one of the main protagonists, maybe the main star. There's a couple other themes going on in Cold War, Black Ops Cold War, but I'm not going to dive too much into that. I'm just going to stay with the Garcia, kind of sort of being a movie actor. First one he was based around Iron Man 2, Tony Stark's character, about um, the Hadron Collider and stuff like that. I'll link the original video. That was already solved, something I did before the game even came out. So this one, it looks like it's hinting towards what his character, the movie that it's going to be based around for season two. And it's kind of cleverly done. That's how I kind of know that I'm onto something. I'm like, wow, that's pretty clever because a lot of people get upset when I solve stuff because it takes a lot of work and thinking to solve stuff. A lot of people just kind of think what they know what the answer is without doing any research. But it made me start thinking, almost like going down the rabbit hole, or you gotta like, as Chark even said, and I think Jason Blundell in the past, you gotta follow the breadcrumbs. So what it made me start thinking is, it could be a hint towards obviously the next season. Garcia's character is based off Brad Pitt's character Tyler Durden in Fight Club, and that's why the calling card looks like something from Fight Club, and the character. Here's just a close up of the character. It looks like Brad Pitt's character is just the same thing, the same sunglasses, as Brad Pitt's character in Fight Club. So I said, well, obviously, unless it's something with multiple personalities, because that was something in Black Ops 1 with Samantha and the MPD with multiple personalities. I don't know if maybe Garcia is going to end up being maybe the villain also or something like that. But I don't want to do too many theories. I just like I tell people, I like just doing the solve. I'll have the zombies community come up with their own theories and stuff like that. But the facts are, the new skin for Garcia is based off Brad Pitt's character Tyler Durden in Fight Club. A lot of people didn't catch on to that at all. I don't think anybody has. So it made me think, I'm like, well, I don't think it'll have too much to do with Fight Club. What if it has to do with World War Z? So I'm like, well, that makes sense because there's rumors going around that the next, um, and I made this fan art, I guess you'll call it. So it made me think maybe they'll go with the Firebase Z theme, going with World War Z theme, and Brad Pitt maybe was a hint because, like I said, um, the zombies community gets upset. I mean, people don't like me saying it. I know it's taboo or the elephant in the room. People want to be the first one to solve everything because they want to get noticed by the devs. They want to get noticed by Treyarch. and then there's people that just kind of like, they throw a lot of stuff to the wall and hope that something sticks, um, without doing any research. But you have to really think ahead. And before I was really involved, and it's funny that Cold War was based around chess. I'm like, you almost have to think 5 steps ahead to see where Treyarch is going, or where anything in general is going. I'm like, so this is what I'm doing now. I'm like, well, if we have a Brad Pitt character in it, I don't see it being too much based around Fight Club. Like I said, unless it has to do with multiple personalities. What if they're using that as a little breadcrumb Easter eggs to get you started to start thinking that maybe Firebase Z, and I have something. It's going to be kind of a short video, like I said. I'm just giving you the solve, and you can kind of come up with your own theories. So what if we're going maybe the route of, like I said, Die Machine was based around Iron Man. What if like season 2 Firebase Z somewhat loosely based around World War Z, and at the same time, what if they have another Operation Apocalypse Z and have so season 2 basically, and this is why I made the thumbnail like I did. What if season 2 is another Operation Apocalypse Z that's based around Firebase Z, that's also based on World War Z? I'm like, that's pretty clever, and that seems like something that Treyarch would do. So I decided to kind of just upload this really quickly. I'm like, well, all those pieces fit perfectly. That's why I'm like, you know what, I don't really confirm anything until I do research. And like I said again, people really need to start doing research. But as the saying goes, you can tell somebody something till you're blue in the face and they're not gonna listen. I've seen stuff recently on Twitter, and I don't like to dive into it, and I'm not gonna name names because I'm not one of those people. I don't like promoting trolls. People get upset when you solve stuff because they want you to listen to their story, even though their story is 100% fabricated without doing any research. They want you to believe their story or their theory and stuff like that. But you really have to do research with a lot of stuff. You got to kind of think cleverly, like how Treyarch puts the Easter eggs. And I said this before, it's very insulting to the devs if you don't like follow what they're doing, or you kind of dismiss their Easter eggs. Like I said, I did this for Die Machine before the game came out. Got every single thing right because I do my research. So it looks like it's gonna be Firebase Z might be loosely somewhat based around World War Z, which made me think, and I've seen people mention it before. Um, we evac or exfil from each map, and that reminded me a lot about World War Z, the game, which I actually beta tested for Xbox as one of their insider. And the game is a really good game. Some of the mechanics is a little bit iffy. Of course, Treyarch has been doing it, and Call of Duty has been doing it for a lot longer, so it's a little bit more fine-tuned. The controls feel a little better, and for me, the controls are a big thing in gameplay, because I tell everybody about Apex Legends. It looks great. It looks amazing. The gameplay is super easy. You can get easy wins. It's not challenging, but the controls are just terrible for Apex Legends. If they can find a way to fix the controls similar to Call of Duty, I would definitely play a lot of Apex Legends. I played it. It was way too easy, but it kind of falls in the same line of this for World War Z, the game. It looks amazing, it's fun, but for some reason the controls, I don't know if it's because it's third person. I played it, I liked it, but I know it's been a while, so they might have fixed the controls, they might have fixed some of the gameplay and mechanics. I guess mechanics is a better word than gameplay. The gameplay is fine, but the mechanics, kind of same thing with Modern Warfare a little bit. Some of the mechanics weren't that great, but everything else was perfect. For me, the control, because you get frustrated when the controls aren't working how you want them to work. So it looks like maybe Cold War is loosely based off of also some World War Z, where you exfil and you're kind of bunkering down, which is awesome. It's kind of the old school thing. Oh, the other thing I need to mention, and I probably should have clipped it, but I didn't. Going back real quick, Fight for Survival. So maybe we will get a survival map. Maybe they'll do the Nocturne and Toten survival map. So that might be an Easter egg also, about Nocturnal, Nocturne and Survival. Maybe the calling card Fight for Survival is hinting that the survival map is coming in season 2, along with the new map. And maybe somehow, I didn't do too much research on World War Z. I know I did play the game, and it's based off of, I think, Hong Kong, China. And like I said, I don't do too many theories, or I might make a separate video about it being maybe loosely based, or hinting towards a Die Rise remake, because there is a location in World War Z, the game and movie, that's in China. China, there's Russia, there's New York, I believe. There's a couple other places, maybe in Australia. So maybe they're kind of following that a little bit. I love the game. Like I said, I beta tested it for Xbox. The only thing were the control, the mechanics. I didn't really like too much. And you get insta downed, I believe, by a zombie if you kind of wander off by yourself. So it's meant to be played in a group setting. You're meant to stay with your group together and build traps and help each other out. You kind of like Extinction, where you drop ammo for each other. You drop maybe bulletproof vests, and you drop a couple other things. So you're kind of meant to stay together. You get insta down, I believe, if you wander off by yourself. There's a zombie that comes out like the shadow and just like insta downs you and stuff like that. But that looks like it pretty much wraps it up. Like I said, I don't do this stuff unless I have a lot of evidence, and I do a lot of research and put everything together. And it looks like they did another great job hinting at stuff. So now, I hope it doesn't ruin season 1. I hope people just keep playing season 1. I hope people aren't just like, oh yeah, let's just wait for Zombies season 2. Because it looks like if they're going with the Z theme, like I said, Firebase Z, Zombie, Operation Apocalypse Z, it looks like it's going to be pretty cool. And like I said, it might have been why we didn't get a lot of stuff, or anything new for season 1, Operation Rebirth. Or if they put zombies in, oh, that would be so amazing if they put zombies in Rebirth Island, and we get our own like zombies island or something like that, or they put it in there. But people and it looks like people are loving the zombies in Cold War, so it probably would be a great time to capitalize on that in season 2. A lot of people jumped in and played Cold War, like Die Machine, and really liked it. So anyways, I hope this is all correct. It looks like it is. Like I said, a lot of this stuff is cleverly done by Treyarch and the devs, and they're done really well. And I'm like, wow, this all makes sense. That would be perfectly making sense. Same thing, like I said, with before the game came out. Everything made sense. I got everything right, and I think I can kind of put my stamp of approval on this, saying that this looks like it's a solve, and it looks like that might be what we're going to go with for season 2, hopefully. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Thanks.